No special operations. Russian people are struggling a lot because of the sanctions. I'm not proud of the current events. I would say it's more difficult for Russians to travel abroad now. Many Russians massively left Russia.
Hi guys from Russia. Today I'm meeting with Eli from Russia. She makes videos about different regions of Russia and she travels frequently to many corners of the world. By the way, she also engages in inclusive and informative Russian-speaking clubs where foreigners can start speak Russian. Let's start. Hi Eli.
Hi Balnur, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to my channel one more time. And it's my great pleasure to have you on my YouTube channel.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, literally speaking, you know, I've been following all of your videos, even from the beginning of your YouTube channel, and I'm very surprised at how you make eye-catching videos. Like, you cannot stop in one place. Like, I used to watch the whole video, and that's why I can say that you are my role model.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear this, and I'm very happy to meet you. I'm very curious about Kazakhstan, by the way, so I'm very happy to meet you.
Oh, thank you, Eli. So let's continue our
Let's
walking.
go.
Yeah. Well, Eli, tell me please, where are you from exactly? Maybe you can describe your own hometown, how it looks like.
So, originally I'm coming from a very small town in the Urals region of Russia. It's located nearby city Perm. Maybe you've heard about Perm. It's one of the biggest cities of Russia, like 1 million people.
Wow.
So I've lived in Perm, but also nearby Perm in a small village, like 30,000 people maybe. And also I lived in the city Ufa because my parents come from different cities and they live separately. So I've lived in different places. And it's located in the Urals region, lots of nature, mountains.
Yeah.
So I spent my childhood outdoors a lot in the mountains, hiking in summer, skiing in winter. So that's how it was like for me.
Oh, great. And I'm quite wondering, could you tell me what is your nation?
So I'm half Russian, half Tatar.
Oh, so can you speak Tatar?
I can understand everything,
Yeah.
but it's hard for me to speak. I mean, I can speak, but because for many years already I didn't have any practice, it's difficult for me to memorize some words. So I speak very slowly, or I can not know some words, but I understand everything. And also I think that I can understand some Kazakh.
Yeah,
because it's quite similar. Because sometimes, like, I hear someone speaking and I can catch some phrases, but I know that they're Kazakh, not Tatar.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit different. And also I can understand some Turkish. It's like a bit similar. You can understand a bit. I think that if I would be to learn Turkish or Kazakh, it would be quite easy.
Yeah.
And for you, it would be easy to learn Tatar, I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah. We've been in Kazan and we've met a lot of Tatar people there, and I also interviewed them. And we had conversation I had Kazakh conversation and they talked to me in Tatar. And we just realized that we can understand each other for almost 70 or 80%.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's why I can say that Russian people also can understand Kazakh language. Yeah, sure. Would you tell me how did you decide to do YouTube channel and to make videos especially about Russia?
It started naturally.
Yeah.
So I studied at People's Friendship University of Russia, and it's the most international university. Like about 160 countries study there, I think. Only maybe 50% of students are Russians. So I had a lot of international friends. And also because I studied abroad, I have a lot of international friends. So I noticed that they were very curious about Russia And because I have this international community and a lot of friends from abroad, I decided to make videos in English.
Yeah.
So that they would be for my friends, something like this. And because they were so curious about Russia. And overall, when I was abroad, I noticed that people don't know much about Russia, like Moscow, Kremlin, vodka, like these stereotypical things.
Yeah.
And I would always tell them about the culture. I like sharing it. So I've decided to show people what Russia is like, to share more so that people know more about it, not only these stereotypical things.
Yeah.
And so that people know how people live here and our culture, etc.
Yeah. And how often do you travel around Russia?
All the time right now. I come to Moscow just to change my clothes and then I go somewhere again. But it's been like this for a year or more than a year now. Mm-hmm. So like right now I travel all the time and just come to Moscow for 3 days or a week, that's it.
Yeah, isn't it exhausting for you, like with non-stop traveling?
Sometimes very exhausting.
Yeah.
Like this winter I traveled to so many places, like I don't know, 15 cities or something, non-stop.
Wow.
So at some moment, when I was traveling in Yakutia region, it was it was not final, but pre-final destination. So I've been already traveling quite a lot.
Yep.
And after visiting Yakutsk, some other cities, and then Oymyakon, every day there were so many impressions, so many things happening, and it was like you feel this happiness, like very, very happy about these experiences. And then you expect it to slow down a bit, go down, you know.
Yeah.
But then you go to another place and get new experiences, and it goes like up. And you're like, okay, I'm very, very happy. And you expect it to calm down, you know.
Yeah.
But then I go to other place and it's like this, and I was like already tired, you know? That it's like all the time this is happening, and it's like, oh, I just want to stay home and, I don't know, watch a movie, do nothing.
Yeah, it happens.
But it's like, tomorrow I need to go to another city because I already booked everything. So at one point I felt like really exhausted, but I managed to finish my winter expedition.
Yeah.
And I know that I love this lifestyle because when I stay at the same place for too long time, I don't like it. I feel like in a swamp, like you're in this comfy swamp and you don't want to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But you just need to push yourself. And overall, I like my lifestyle because I always dreamt about traveling. I didn't know that I would travel in Russia that much, but it just turned out like this.
Yeah, that's interesting. And one more extra question. Do you travel just for a reason of doing YouTube videos, or just it might be for yourself?
First of all, I have this lifestyle because I love to travel, because I always wanted to travel. But YouTube gives me this opportunity. Yeah, and do you spend a lot of money to travel around Russia? Because I know it's far from one point to the second point, and I guess it might be very expensive. In Russia you can find very cheap airplane tickets.
Wow.
We have low-cost companies. And when I stay at the places, I don't waste a lot of money on restaurants or something. So I'm always traveling on budget. And to be honest, I think that anywhere you can travel low budget. You just need to know how to spend your money wisely.
Yes.
And I don't know, don't go to restaurants every day, stuff like this. You can always find some cheap options, etc. Plus, of course, YouTube also gives me this opportunity, like some companies which I collaborate with, because I went to some very expensive trips. Well, maybe not that expensive for some people, but for Russians, for example, the place Oymyakon in Yakutia is like very far. You need to spend about 100,000 rubles. In dollars, it's like 1,500.
Yeah.
So for Russians, it's quite a lot. But the companies that I collaborate with, they give me this opportunity to go to these places.
Wow, great. And would you tell me what kind of regions of Russia you have already seen?
Oh, I don't know, so many. No,
Maybe specific
actually,
ones.
Maybe not many regions. I visited many cities, but not regions. Maybe about 15 regions. In Russia, we have 85.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So I still have so many places to go to. I don't know if I want to go to every single region, but definitely I have so much more to explore. So yeah.
Well, and how can you define or describe maybe two regions, their mentality, their people? For instance, Tatarstan. Like, what is the difference of Tatarstan people with another like region that you have been?
I've been in Tatarstan only once.
Yeah.
But I would say that overall, in each region, you will notice how different people are.
Yeah.
In each region, we have their own culture, traditions, they have their holidays, language. So whenever you go, you can notice this difference. Like Tatarstan, they speak Tatar. Their religion mostly is Muslim.
Yeah.
You go to Buryatia region, for example. Their religion is shamanism or Buddhism. They have completely different habits. They look differently.
Yeah.
So yeah, every region is very unique.
Yeah. I toyed with an idea that we need also to travel many points of Russia, because we received many comments even to visit Kamchatka, but I know it's far from here, even far from Kazakhstan, and it takes many time to go there.
Yeah, I'm flying in a few days, and my flight is like 10 hours or 11, something like this. Yeah, it's a direct flight, but wow, like you fly for 10 hours, you are still in Russia. I'm just shocked.
Yeah. So, is it worth visiting Russia in your point of view?
And in your point of view?
Yeah, for me, I guess it's worth to visit because, like in every region, as you said, different culture. Because for Kazakh people, we're supposed to think that Russia, there only live Russians, but we know that different like nations also live. But we only see Russian people, like fair-skinned people, blue-eyed people. But later when we came here and we've been in Tatarstan and we're gonna go to Kafkaz also, and I guess we will experience many traditions as well. So, and I guess you're sure to visit about that.
Yes, of course. Before, I thought that it's boring to travel in Russia, not for foreign people, but for me, because I'm from here. And for me, everything is ordinary and usual. Yeah. Russian culture, I grew up with it. So I prefer to travel abroad all the time. I went to different countries because I like to explore new things, new cultures, new languages. I really love to learn new languages. So I thought that I don't want to travel in Russia. But then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And that time I came back to Russia and I had to consider Russia for traveling because of COVID. And I went to Lake Baikal and I was just amazed by this place. And then I started to explore more and more. This winter I explored the Russian north and I was living with reindeer herders. I went to Yakutia, I see the northern lights. And I was just shocked that we have this in Russia, because even Russians, they don't travel in Russia that much, so you don't hear a lot about these travel destinations, but when you start to explore, you're just amazed by how many things we have here, including cultural, because when you go to different regions, you can get to know the new cultures. For example, you go to Tatarstan,
Yeah.
you can get to know their culture.
Also Altai Republic.
Yeah, and their holidays, like in Tatarstan, they have holidays named Sabantui.
Yeah.
I have a video about this on my channel.
Yeah.
In the Caucasus region, also another culture. So when I went to the Caucasus, I actually went there to climb Mount Elbrus, the highest mountain in Europe and in Russia. And then I stayed in this region and went to Dagestan, the Chechen Republic, and I was just amazed by how many cultural things we have to explore, also natural, because the nature is just amazing both in summer and in winter. And yeah, the vastness of the country is so much to explore.
I suppose to think that you have not like foreign viewers, not only foreign viewers, maybe also Russian viewers, that they can know about like places in Russia to travel to.
Actually, I have less than 5% of Russians on my channel,
Really?
according to YouTube statistics. But sometimes I get comments like, wow, I didn't know about these places in Russia, you inspired me to travel.
Yeah.
And even this spring I went to the city Pyatigorsk. It's one of my favorite cities in Russia, by the way, I highly advise to visit. And I met my follower there from Russia, and she told me that she saw my video and that's why she decided to go to the city.
Wow,
It was
great.
so nice, and I was so happy that I inspired someone to travel. So yeah, I hope that there is this use of my channel, that some people can discover new places with my videos.
Thanks to your videos.
Yeah, and I really love to share my experiences. Like, I don't want just to keep it to myself. I just love to share, to show how cool it is. Just
Yeah.
sharing my experiences and emotions.
And you also promote Russian language.
Russian language,
Yeah, I guess
because I
so.
have a Russian speaking club.
Yeah.
That's my business. Yeah,
And
it started naturally
Yep.
also, because I didn't plan to open this business, but so many people were commenting and texting me that they would like to learn Russian, but they don't find a lot of websites for learning Russian. You know, for English, so many resources and websites. For Russian, there are, but they are not very convenient or very old. So I have a friend who is a professional Russian language teacher. As a foreign language, she studied at the Moscow State University. Also, she taught Russian in Brazil and online. So we decided to collaborate and open this Russian speaking club.
yeah.
And people started to join it, and they were amazed by how fun it is and that they have this community to practice. So I saw this good reviews and feedback and how people were inspired, and we decided to continue. So it started to grow. Now it's been more than a year of our club, and I'm actually very, very happy that I can give people from all over the world, and we have students from Asia, the US, Latin America, Europe, all together, like this community. And I love being in international communities, so I really love that I give these people an opportunity to learn something new, learn Russian language. It's really, I love my business, and that I decided to try to do it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, Eli, over the past year, I know that many Russian people and also many countries have been experiencing difficulties because of the Western sanctions. And I'd like to talk with you, maybe ask a few questions about daily life in Russia after that sanctions. And I guess my first question is going to be, is there any benefits for Russian people thanks to Western sanctions? What do you think?
Benefits?
Yeah, benefits. Do you
Of
see
course,
any
no.
benefits?
No.
You don't see anything.
Benefits, no.
Well, you know.
Sanctions aren't supposed to be for benefits.
Sure, yeah. But I don't know if it's benefits, like in my mind. I've heard that many Russian people, and I've read some article on the website, I don't know, I don't remember exactly. It is written that because of the sanctions, Russian car plant, they are going to produce the new brand, which is called Moskvich. Have you heard
mean
that?
these benefits, like
Like,
well, yeah, the local
tackling.
production probably is going to be going up.
Yeah.
Maybe long term it would help the local businesses,
Yeah.
you know, because international brands left. So there are new opportunities for Russians to open their businesses to put instead of these international brands. Yeah.
So do you think that
So maybe
Russia-
long term, yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, Russian people are struggling a lot because of the sanctions.
Okay, so in this case, would you tell me what kind of difficulties do you see?
Well, now, for example, Russian cards, I mean, pay cards,
Bank cards, you mean?
debit cards, they don't work abroad.
Yeah,
And also international cards don't work in Russia.
sure.
So for tourists, they would have to withdraw a lot of cash to come to Russia. Yeah. Even though, like, my Italian friend came to Russia here and he opened a debit card without any problem.
Yeah.
I don't know how he opened it without residency, but okay. But when Russians go abroad,
Sorry, the car.
yeah. When Russians go abroad, they can't use Russian cards, so also have to withdraw a lot of cash. For example, I just yesterday came back from Tanzania, and I have an Italian card because I'm a student in Italy, so it was fine for me. But my friend struggled a lot, like she had to withdraw a lot of cash, and now with this currency, like
And
it's,
commissions, maybe, yeah.
it's difficult, yeah. So I would say it's more difficult for Russians to travel abroad now. Plus, some flights are cancelled, like I think to Western directions. And maybe now it's more difficult to get a visa to European countries or to the US.
Yeah, and like I would like to add something else. We've been in Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and we've met a lot of Russian people who are doing their bank cards, by the way.
I know that some people do it now. Yeah. They go to Belarus or
Kazakhstan. Also.
Kazakhstan or Serbia, I think. Maybe even Georgia.
Come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even Georgia or Turkey. Yeah. Actually, this spring, many Russians massively left Russia. I don't understand much why, because I don't see how you can help anyone if you just leave. I don't know. But some left. Maybe because they wanted to open these cards or something, yeah.
And also, I've met a lot of TikTokers in Kazakhstan. I see that TikTok is
Russian?
blocked here. Yeah, Russian TikTokers. And I guess they live in Kazakhstan right now. Maybe they moved here, but a month ago, I've met all of them. Yeah, we had like conference meeting of TikTokers.
Wow.
And all the famous Russian TikTokers were there.
I don't know any TikTokers.
Yeah. So next question is, are Russian people really concerned about sanctions? For instance, when I was in Tatarstan and Altai Republic, I've asked people, do they feel something else? Do they feel like, is there any troubles because of that sanctions, they looked to me very smilish and they said, I don't feel nothing, like I don't experience anything like that. And what is in your point? Maybe in Moscow, privileges of people is different.
I think that for people who don't go abroad, they don't feel anything, absolutely anything. Like in the beginning, international brands closed, like McDonald's, etc. But now Russia opened its own McDonald's. So I think that people who just stay in Russia, they don't feel absolutely anything, no impact. Those who have some business abroad, work abroad, or want to travel abroad, they feel difficulties.
Yeah. And do you see a future in Russia?
I always think about this actually because I don't know where I would like to live eventually. I think that I have two options. The first one is to stay in Russia but to often travel abroad because, as I mentioned before, I really love languages and exploring new cultures. And the second option for me is to live abroad but still go back to Russia at least several times a year because I have experience of living for a year in the US, in Italy, in Vietnam, and I know that I can't just live forever because I start to miss my family, of course, my friends, people, Russian mentality, food. So yeah, but overall I love living in Russia. Yeah.
Is there any like specific Russian mindsets, like maybe mentality of Russian people that you can like specify for us?
I think Russians are very direct and very sincere. That's what I love about Russians. Like you always know what a person feels towards you and his real emotions. Sometimes this is like over the top.
Yeah.
Because you might have seen some angry people, harsh people, like if they don't want to smile, if they have a bad day, they are not gonna smile.
Not like in America.
Yes, actually, I had a reverse cultural shock after living in the US when I came back to Russia.
Yeah.
In the US, I got used to people always smiling, and then I came back to Moscow, and I still remember I went to the metro station, and the woman who was selling the tickets, she was like so, I don't know, sad. She was definitely having a bad day and she was angry, and I was like, whoa, isn't she supposed to be smiling? So after the US, here I had to get used to the Russian mentality again, because in the US I got used to people smiling all the time, even if they're having a bad day or if they're sad, like they're always like this with you. And in Russia, if a person is having a bad day, you know that he is having a bad day. So yes, I would say that in mentality we have this directness. What you think, you tell this.
Yeah.
What you feel, you behave like this.
Okay, do Russian people think that Russian people from Kazakhstan are Kazakhs? Have you heard about that?
Russian people from
Kazakhstan, they consider them as Kazakhs, not Russians, by the way. Did you get it, what I mean?
Russians living in Kazakhstan.
Russians living in Kazakhstan, when they come here to travel, Russian people call them as Kazakhs, not Russians.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why when I was working with my hubby, someone asked me, "Are you kidding? You are not from Kazakhstan?" Like to him, I said, "No, he's from Kazakhstan." But people, I guess, don't know that Russian people also live in Kazakhstan.
Ah,
Yeah, I guess so. That's why. Are you proud of your country, of your homeland?
well, when I meet people from abroad, I always try not to judge them on their government.
Yeah.
I only think about them as personal or their culture, you know. So if I do the same with Russia, I would say that I'm proud. I'm not proud of the current events, but if we talk about the culture and our life here, then yes, I'm very proud to be Russian, and also I really hope that the actions of the government will not make Russians ashamed of being Russian, or will not make foreigners hate all the Russians. I hope they will understand that.
Yeah. We say there is no bad nation, but bad people, yes, in this case.
That they understand that people is not the government.
Yeah, sure.
And we have a very rich culture, literature, ballet, and I mentioned in this interview about our regions. Every region is so unique. Yes, language, food, and so many things to explore here. And yes, I'm very proud of our culture and also traditional values.
Yeah.
I really love this in Russia. And also I'm proud that in Russia you can be anyone you want, anything you want. Here we have more than 190 nationalities.
Wow, okay.
And I think as many languages and cultures. And in Russia, you are never told that, oh, this is the Russian culture, so you have to do like this, and no one imposes any role model on everyone. Like in each region, every ethnic group and nationality have their choice to choose the religion, their beliefs, the language. Every region has this choice, and people in that region. If they are Tatar, they are Tatar. If they are Bashkir, they are Bashkir, and they follow their religion and traditions and holidays. Of course, everyone speaks Russian, and we also all are Russians, and this is what unites us. But at the same time, we have this freedom to be what we want. So, yes, I'm very proud that in Russia, there are so many ethnic groups and all peacefully living together. And I hope that this culture will be preserved.
Yeah. Thank you, Eli, for sharing your
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
I hope that one day I will visit Kazakhstan.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we're going to meet up with you in Kazakhstan.
Yeah. Hopefully I will understand Kazakh people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
As you know Tatar language, it
Yes.
will be great.
Yes.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video till the end. It was my great pleasure to meet up with Eli from Russia. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and drop your comments. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching.
Wow.